I'm not gonna go risk it, by the way. I'm not gonna go try show you something that you shouldn't do yourselves. The reason why I'm not going there, because we know the player have been here, and if they've been here, it means that they have been probably not super geared, which means that they have picked up a lot of stuff. If you go to one of the barracks in the high, you know, the areas where you know that people already have a lot of good gear, then they're most likely going to leave out things that could be necessary for me now, like the combat vest. But if it's a fresh spawn, which most likely has been a fresh spawn in the area, they have probably picked up the stuff that I want. If they find a scope, they will take it. If they find a vest, they'll take it. So I'm not gonna... it's not worth the risk going there. So instead, I'm going to show you guys how to orient yourself to a better spot from here. Now, if player have already looted that place, there's a total of 4 barracks in one position, and barracks hold some of the best gear you can find, which means that in the first barrack they're most likely going to find a vest or something. There's probably going to be like 6 vests lying down there, so they're not going to have the possibility to pick all of them up. And sometimes you also find AK-101, AK-74, AKM. AKM they're probably going to pick up, but they can't carry all the weapons. So it's usually something spared. Another good thing is try and remember how you are centered towards the Balota. Sorry, how you're bearing towards Balota, because you know servers usually go down. They're either on a 2-hour cycle or 4-hour cycle, and I've been playing for a while now, so chances are that the server is gonna go down any moment. And if it does, that means that the loot is back, respawned. So I can actually go back to the airfield and pick it up. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to orient yourself to the next part, the next place, the good place that I was mentioning earlier. Now, if you go into the bush like this, try and hide a little. There we go. Okay, we just passed the airstrip Balota, which is here. This is where we just passed. Which means that we are in this area. The next place that we want to go to is this area, the military base. And as you can see, it's hidden around a forest, so unless you have a little bit of experience, it's going to be really hard to find your way there. If you have done this a few times, I usually go this way to get there, but it's easy to maybe have a wrong bearing and you end up somewhere else. So we're going to go with the simple way to get there, and we're also going to pass Kamarovo to look for some assessments. There's a police station here that I know from experience, and we might actually find something. So what we're going to do now is, if we're in this area, that means that we look towards the water, we're going to see a road. If you follow that road, we're going to get to this city. If you follow that road further, we're going to see an open field. We're going to find a water spot, which I desperately need to fill up my bottle, and then we're going to find a way back to that place. So let's do that. This is not the road, by the way, as you can see by the tracks. It's going to be an asphalt road. You saw it on the map because it's a thick yellow road. Zombie. Means that whoever was looting did not take this direction. Kiss the axe. Mwah. There we go. Alright, it's not so smart to run with the axe in your hand. Like I mentioned, we're gonna be following the road. There it is. And when I say follow the road, it does not mean that you, which you already probably know already, it doesn't mean you have to run on the road as like a car or something. You still want to try and keep a good profile. Try following tree lines as much as possible. This is not a typical place where people camp, because there are a few places I'm going to show you where it's very likely that somebody's going to be lying there in the bushes waiting for players and shoot them. But here it's very non-efficient to be camping in this area, because Maybe it's gonna be one player every 2 hours. And I don't think there's anyone that dumb or patient is gonna be waiting this location. There are far better ones. Alright, following the road. Got a boar over there. I'm not gonna shoot it. Don't need it. It's lagging a little bit. Maybe it's because there's more players on the servers. Now, I usually check how many players there are on the server all the time, but I'm trying not to, because changing your gameplay depending on how many people are on the server is, well, you could, but it can change so fast. I'm just gonna check if there's a helicopter in the area. Sometimes it crashes around here. Because there's so many times where I've been checking, okay, there's almost no players on the servers, great, and you run around and before you know it you get shot at, you look, the seconds you were busy filling a water bottle or playing with yourself or whatever you were doing, believe it or not, 4 or 5 players just logged in and you didn't see it, and you were playing casual, you were YOLOing around, and suddenly you're in danger. So it's better to learn to play keeping the same play style no matter what. And also, there's so many times that I've been close to dying and I've got into some really ugly firefights when I go into a server and it says it's a 1 out of 40 in the middle of the night, and I go like, great, I mean, what are the odds that he's gonna be here? And believe me or not, like 7 times out of 10 I am in the same location as that player. So okay, a lot of zombies around here. This is a place that people usually don't loot at all, so it's usually safe. And seeing these zombies basically tells me that, yeah, no one's been here. And it's, as I said before, it's not one of those places where you're gonna expect snipers to be camping out. I also know from experience that there's a water source over here, which is basically what I need. I'm a little bit thirsty and I have an empty water bottle. Now this place, no, it's not looted. Unless he ignored the can, but why would he do that, right? I'm gonna go down here a bit when I eat it. What do we have here? Crossbow holosight. Yeah, see, you actually have scopes and stuff that can spawn in here. And like I said, I've had most of my scopes from these bar/restaurant places. A pretty good place. Still need to drink. Designer glasses. Meh. What else we have? Crap. Crappe. Oops. Oh yeah, there's one other thing that's gonna get you smacked too many times. Whoops. There we go. Whoa, lag. Don't lag now, please. Please! I can't hit. What's up? A lot of times you're gonna be like carrying the weapon in your hand because you know that, okay, shit, there's players around, etc, etc. And then I'm gonna simulate this. You walk past a zombie and he aggroes you, and you got guns in your hand. You need to change your melee weapon. Do not stop changing the melee weapon because he's gonna hit you. Try and sprint in one direction, then you press your melee weapon, and then you start strafing while he's behind you. Where the hell did he go? What the f... Yeah, anyway, that's the best way to get out with your melee weapon. Magically make zombies disappear, apparently. Police station, let's see what they have. Go in, close the door. Get your close encounter weapon ready. The doors are open down here. Now this is different. In the past they were always closed, but now they can be closed and they can be opened. You never really know. Now they're open, so might have been somebody here. Unlikely though, considering how many zombies they had to pass to get there. I think I'm gonna eat a little bit more. Might as well get stuffed while I can. There we got a guard dog. Perfect. Let's see what we got. I'm not gonna eat that one yet. Magazine? FNX 45, that's a very rare mag to find, and the gun that goes with it is fairly good actually. You can put silencer and cool stuff on it, so yeah, I'm gonna keep that one. Whoops. Are you coming for me? This is someone else. Usually good to toggle your first person when you're in these situations, so you can see the weapon, as in like when you're leaning like this, you want to make sure that weapon, I mean you can see it from here, you can zoom it, but you want to make sure that you have a straight fire line, so if you do have to fire, you don't shoot straight into nothing. The wall hits it or something like that. You want to make sure that the bullet hits the player. But Balota was empty of loot, so we might have had a player that took a detour to get here, so we might not be alone actually. I'm gonna drink these two while I'm listening. That is definitely a pissed off zombie. Question is he pissed at me or is he pissed at someone else? It's a good question. I don't want to find out. I think I'm gonna try moving out of here. Guns blazing. Okay, he's definitely aggroed at me. There they are. Oh shit. Zombie cost. Anyone else? Nope. Alright. On with the show. There's a water well in the city. Oh, another one. Hello. There's a water well in this city that I could fill up my water bottle, but there's one that I know from experience that is on the road. As we follow this road now, we're gonna get to a lonely farm. Safer to fill the bottle in the middle of nowhere than in the middle of a city. Just gonna make sure that. I generally don't like to camp places, but if I was gonna camp somewhere to try and shoot a player or something, there are better places of doing it. There's one thing that I really hate. It's server hoppers. And server hoppers means that you go to a interesting place, like when we went to Balota, and you find out quickly that okay, it's been looted, so you jump to another server and hope that it's not, and then you jump to another one when you're done with the loot, and that is a really, I don't know, man, I think it's a stupid way of playing this type of game. I mean, if you want to get weapons fast and you want to be able to shoot and be competitive, then there are better games for it. You can play Battlefield, Call of Duty, that kind of games. Because I think that for somebody to really appreciate DayZ, to get something out of the game, you should try and play it in like on a post-apocalyptic, realistic survival game, I guess. So I usually shoot server hoppers straight away because I think they're not ruining the game by any means. I mean, they've given me a lot of gear, but yeah, I just kill them because I think they're stupid, basically.